What's up, everyone? I'm going to do a fade out on this backing track and say hi to everyone. This track's probably long enough where I can just leave it running in the background. Good morning, Ryan Rafferty, you flower. What a pleasure it is to be wanging the bar with you, and what a high bar it is to wang over. Set as it was by the one and only Kip Wingding. Oh yeah, all right. Oh, there's a bunch of other people in there. Tell them about Sir Reb on his borrowed Les Paul. I don't know if anyone can, or maybe I can drag the picture in that I took, because that was kind of wild. Maybe I can't, but yeah. So saw Winger on Thursday night. I think everyone in Perth who counts was at that show, and Reb obviously played one of his Sirs for most of the show, but I'm pretty sure he was only traveling with one guitar, and the higher guitar that they had for him was a Les Paul. So him playing a Les Paul was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. He still sounded exactly the same, but then chatting to him after the show, he was just telling us about how much he hates playing Les Pauls. So yeah, you could tell he was kind of suffering just a tiny amount. Just starting out TFT 5150, so you came at the right time. Or maybe you came at the wrong time, because you're going to have to listen to me play a bunch of guitar. Michael Torin is in the house. Axlinger is here. Torin, I hope you're well. Nick Granville is here as well. What's going on? How are you, bro? You here to start another feud, Nick? Fan of the Wild, what's up, bro? Scott Conn, where? Here. That's where we're at, bro. It's Matthias from Argentina. Hey, man, what's going on? Are you in Buenos Aires? Right on. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Phantom whamming, yeah. This was the best bit as well. You know, Reb's playing a Les Paul, and because so much of what he does, he's just got the whammy bar, you know, going at all times. So he's doing his two, you know, there's all... But obviously, he was playing a hardtail Les Paul, so you could see him sort of doing... I'll just move this comment out of the way about Phantom Whammy. You could see him kind of like doing that. It's so baked in, which is cool. Yeah, I agree, Nick. It's, you know, it's one of those things, like, be careful what you wish for. If you do the rage bait thing, then everyone watches for rage bait, then no one's going to take what you say seriously either. So, yeah, there you go. Kylie and Chris from Sydney, what is up? Stooky Person is here. There you go. Matthias is in Buenos Aires. That's cool, man. I would love to come to Buenos Aires one day. It seems like such a fun place. And everyone I've ever met from that part of the world has been a dead set legend. Leominster in Massachusetts. G'day, Steve. How are you? The other thing, which is unbelievably cool, where on earth would I have this? It's probably my downloads. I wanted to... been trying to learn the solo for Rainbow in the Rose that now Reb plays. However, I can't play that, so then... right. Yeah, that. With the whole. We can do that with a much cooler sound, can't we? We can do it with this. Yes. That's such a fun song, man. But yeah, the whole. Where are we? Let's do neck pickup. Boost it. Yeah, good old man. Reb's just so good. They're all actually so good. John Roth and Paul Taylor are killer players too. So yeah, Winger are fantastic. Yeah, this guitar, man, it's got it. It's got the thing that I like in spades. Even with the preamp off, just. And the whammy set up perfectly. It came out of the box set up very well. So yeah, the setup tonight. This is the JTG, and I just unplugged myself. So let's fix that straight into the Axe effects. I'm using my live preset, so that one's in the new factory banks, and that's hopefully what you're all hearing. So how's the neck profile? Apparently they're 59 shape. Well, I don't know if that's like a 59 Strat or a 59 Les Paul, but it's got some depth to it. I'm guessing it's probably like a standard, probably 42 mil wide. It's big without feeling big, and it's got all the, it's got the really cool. I don't know if you can see the rounded edges on the fingerboard, which feel really good, really good. All right, Matthias. Few days ago, I bought an MXR overdrive pedal, the Zach Wild one. What's your opinion about this pedal? I've got a video comparing it to an SD1. I'm fairly certain it's just an SD1, right? Just made by MXR. How are you using it? Are you using it with a Les Paul, basically, into a Marshall? Because it sounds pretty good for that. It did sound, I think, and this isn't uncommon, right? But I think it was like the taper of the tone pot is a little bit different. So yeah, if you're just going on like, I need to put them in the exact same spots that, say, Zach Wild puts them, you can use your ears and get pretty good results. So yeah, the SD1 Soul Circuit is a classic for a reason. So I really liked it. If it was a toss-up between that and an SD1, I just buy whatever's cheaper. Yeah. All right. Watching from the Gold Coast in Oz. Good man. What is it? Close to... Queensland's only 2 hours ahead, hey? So close to 2 o'clock, I'm guessing. How about those Gold Coast Suns? Going all right in the AFL at the moment. And BB23 King, what is up? I'm going to play you guys. Let's see on this guitar what could be fun. I'm going to play this one. I'll drag it into my playlist that I've got here. There are duplicates. Okay, don't add duplicates then. Well, where's my solo backing track then? Sorry, I'm just... Here we go. This is what I want to play. If Ryan's still watching. Let's do this. We'll bring the wang. How's that for a perfect transition? Bit of Landau and Bolton together at last. Maybe there's another Ryan, but I'm here now. Well, there are multiple Ryans. There you go. John from Brisbane is in here. Something funky going on with the sound. That's a shame. Hopefully, maybe it's just my internet. It sounds fine here, so like a very aggressive noise gate. Well, let's work on that, shall we? So that's no good, you're telling me. Still playing the JTG Must Be a Keeper. Yeah, man, it's a very, very good guitar. So everyone can hear me talking, which is cool. I don't know why the audio would be gated. Let me close some things. Maybe that's doing it. Maybe StreamYard's doing some funky stuff to it, actually. So where are we at? Stereo audio, no echo cancellation. All right. There we go. Here's a blast from the past. Only happening sometimes doesn't matter because you sound killer, bro. Nick, you're too kind. Yeah, hey, let's do this because I've been super lazy, right? Maybe it's this. You guys let me know if this sounds better. Then I can turn my mic back on, which is what I normally do, but I thought I'd get away with it today. There we go. Sounds better. Okay, that's it. That's it. Sounds pretty damn good. Okay, excellent. We're back on track. Maybe I'm just overloading everything. I think your voice mic picks up your guitar. You're correct. There we go. Okay, I see. I imagine it might be my internet connection, actually. Just with it being close to noon here, everything just going hard. Can you play a little bit of Deeper the Love? I play, yeah, let me get to that. Here we go. This is Fan of the Wild. Gold Coast, did you ever see De La Cruz back in the day since they were from there? Never saw them live, but I know the singer. He's come to loads of gigs before, Roxy. So buddy of mine. And yeah, I remember Casey from De La Cruz was like maybe one of the first people I ever saw doing like 80s rock covers on YouTube, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm amazed we actually never played with them. It would have been a good match. My wife saw Winger a few nights ago in Brisbane. Yeah, Reb is so good, man. Like, obviously, everyone knows Reb's good. He deserves his place as an icon. But when you see it up close and how effortless he is and how much he just kind of doesn't care, and he's just doing the most ridiculous stuff you've ever heard, yeah. And the rest of the band's incredible as well, right? How do you dial in Axe presets for live using in-ear monitors? I wouldn't recommend it unless unless you've got some kind of system. I feel like I could get away with it for myself, just knowing. I feel like I've got I have a bunch of presets which I know work live, and I use those as references. But still, yeah, practice as you intend to play is probably the advice. Because yeah, it's so tricky. And normally you'd want to set up the sound so it sounds good for front of house and sounds good for the audience, and then tweak things in the in-ears aux sound. Like do things in post only for the in-ears so they sound good there. Hearts on Fire, yeah, there you go. Yeah, man, Winger wrote so many good riffs, right? They did a bunch of stuff off Pull as well, which I was happy about. That's the one Reb Beach line I know how to play. Someone wanted me to play Deeper the Love. Let me see if I can remember the chords, which I can't remember the chords, so let me find the riff. So it's going. Ooh, that's totally not. Not the world's biggest fan of that album. There's some very, very good songs on there, like Judgment Day's Kill. Yeah, that's actually a killer song, isn't it? Thought it was Mario. As I was playing it, I was also thinking the same thing. That's hilarious. Strange compressor artifact or something. Yeah, sounds weird again. Well, I have no idea what's going on because this is my normal live stream setup. So maybe I'll just keep talking and we'll keep the guitaring some kind of minimum. Sparkles from guitar distorting audio waves. Yes, it's conspiracy. The internet is trying to mute. No, it's just giving me my due judgment. Which tube better for modern metal and drop tuning? I depends so much on the circuit, doesn't it? I don't think depends how the amp was designed, right? So here we go. Next week, I've been invited to a jam night in front of people. It's blues, rock, blues, and I only know my pentatonics. I'm a little nervous. What do you recommend me to practice? Man, just learn the tunes, or like, you know, if you can figure out what the tunes are, I'm sure people will know a bunch of stuff. Don't sweat too much because, you know, if they're doing the standard. You know, just leave some space, bro. Don't try to play every single thing you've ever known in your life. Just and even, man, like you can sit on one. I would practice just kind of sitting in a groove and work on your phrasing and your timing. And if you play cool phrases in time, doesn't really matter how many notes you play. Daz, I believe it needs to go right over it. So for me, you know, it's a very, very small target, so I've got plenty of coverage. But for other people, you might be difficult. You might need a really large guitar. Where are you? What was this? Sorry. When are you coming to the States? I don't know when I'm coming back next, but hopefully soon. Have you ever played a Dean ML? Briefly. It was an embarrassing amount of time before I realized the ML is just an Explorer plus a Flying V, like the two shapes overlaid one another. Yeah. We talking about Dela Cruz. Yes, from the Gold Coast. I know they put out an album. It was called Street Ready or something like that on Frontiers. Some really cool riffs, yeah. And their singer has a band called Catalano now, which sounds very similar. So, yeah. Where was the other? Can you play some Giacomo Tura? I don't know. Can he? That'd be a starting point, right? Yeah, I've just been. I mean, that's a whole wild situation, isn't it? Don't stop, Nick. Don't stop. I'm enjoying it. I think the Aussie Kiwi shit stirring maybe gets a little misunderstood by people from some other countries, but I certainly appreciate it. Love you, bro. Love you too, Daz. Where was the other thing I saw? Here we go. Kaboom! I'm looking for a solution to set the level for everything in my loop. I have everything set to where I want it, but I want to control the level of the effects with one knob. You want a mixer, don't you? That would be the way to do that. Or a volume. Depends on what sort of loop you have. If you have a parallel effects loop, then a mixer or a volume pedal at the end will absolutely do the trick. I have everything set to where I want it, but I want to control the level of the effects. You want a mixer. That's exactly what you want. Set all the effects 100% wet, put them in the parallel loop, and then just use the output of the mixer to do that. There we go. Yes, and the man, Ryan Blossy, knows. Exactly. I'm glad I'm glad we're in agreement on this, because it means that I'm correct as well. If we weren't in agreement, it would mean that I'm wrong. Yeah, getting dragged, Scott. I mean, play stupid games, win stupid prizes is kind of the saying, right? Jim Simmons, the NAM player now include a firmware update for Valentine and Hotom modelers and coming soon. Yeah, they're not, from my understanding of it, they're not actually playing NAM captures. They're using the built-in capture that they're using. So they're internally capturing the NAM capture. So it's not running a full NAM capture, but still amazing that like the little Sonic 8 thing can run anything close to that. It's pretty rad. If you could add something to the Axe effects, what would it be? It would be an 88 MP1 model. It's the only thing it's missing for me. In all seriousness, though, it's a good question. Are we talking software or hardware stuff? Because I feel like they've added lots of stuff I've wanted over the years, which has been super cool and nice to see. I think one common thing that you see a lot of requests for are like more granular and glitch style effects. So more like, doing the hologram microcosm stuff. I mean, you can still do that stuff. You just have to build it from scratch, like things like this, right? Which hopefully the guitar will come through. So this is pretty rad. Hopefully it's coming through and it's not super glitched out, but maybe that's cool if it's glitched out, because we're talking about glitch stuff. So yeah, like a block that does all that glitchy, time stretch, granular style thing would be pretty rad. Some Lamb of God. Ooh. Yeah, exactly. War of the Worlds, yeah. Some Lamb of God. All right, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Oh, man. Let me mute my mic. Yeah, that song's in drop D, isn't it? Not standard tuning. That's a little bit how's it going to grab on the fly. Anyway, there's my budget Lamb of God. Make up a riff on the fly. Okay. Okay, that was actually kind of cool. Sounds underwater. Turning speakers off. Nah, my speakers are off, man. Everything's... That's just so strange. So strange. Let's do this. Let's do a bit of this, shall we? Okay, I'm gonna solve this. I'm gonna solve this little issue we have. Because... What am I running? Yep. Everything's cool there. It's either my interface or it's either my internet connection. So maybe I have to restart the stream. Everyone would rejoin if I restarted the stream, though, because I know you're all cool. Let's do that. That probably doesn't help at all. Show the auxiliary sends. Yeah, I'm just on headphones. I don't have my speakers on. I don't have any other sound sources coming in. I got a question for everybody. Because you're not holding your Les Paul. Exactly. Sounds like something goes gradually out of phase with the guitar signal. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I did have... Okay, now it's good. Right, I'll tell you all what I did on the guitar. So I've got... what's it called? Universal Audio. Apollo. I've got the Apollo software open, and for whatever reason, the Q2 send was only on my Axe-Effects channel, and it was just going to some random location. Maybe. Okay, yeah. Right. That's funny. That's very funny. I think it was just going to some random auxiliary send, which was going nowhere, but obviously it was kind of cooking stuff. So my apologies. Is this any better? Like a through zero flanger. All right, so we're back. Okay, now it's doing it again. All right, well, I give up. I think it's probably however I'm using something called StreamYard. I think StreamYard might be doing me over. But that's cool. I'll just try and fix these issues in the background while we're doing this. What are we doing? Camera's good. Last time it was the camera. All right, everybody, let me know if this is any better. This is my clean sound, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly. Seems fixed again. All right, we'll see how we go. I feel like I preset this every time, but for anyone interested, I'm using the UA thing. The source for StreamYard was set as an aggregate device, so maybe that was doing it. Time to scat sync. All right. Well, if everyone can live with it, you know, Heard it again. Yeah, okay. It's got to be the internet. There we go. I mean, I really should be doing this with a hardwired connection, and I'm on Wi-Fi, so let's blame that. The made up riff. Yeah, what did I play? The 80s rock in E. Is a Yamaha Magic Stomp part of your pedal board? No, I don't really. Well, I have. Interesting question, right? I have multiple pedal boards that I use here, but I don't gig with a pedal board anymore. I just use the Fractal stuff live. So, and you can do all that kind of stuff in there. So, being on a Chris Oliva Sabotage kit. What next to learn after Gutter Ballet? Yeah, I mean, that's just such a banging song. Edge of Thorns is a similarly structured song that I really like playing. I like Of Rage and War on that album is really cool. Summer's Rain is like a really nice song. Simple, but yeah, it's all about the way they play it. The Magic Stomp, yeah, it's still such a good pedal. Hey, must use it with a mixer. I mean, this is just the law for like everything that came out before 2008, really, isn't it? It's like, well, it sounds so good, but it absolutely destroys your dry signal. So just get a mixer. Mixer, honestly, if you're using old rack stuff or, pedal, like any digital pedal or something like that from the 80s or 90s, like a mixer is such a good investment because all the things that they give you, they're often taking out a lot of, it was like very, very much nuking your dry signal. But if you just add a mixer, then you've got analog dry through. It's such an easy mod. Ooh. Synergy IR20 or a Friedman JJ Jr. with the IRJ options in the loop return. Ooh, dude. The Syn 20 sounds really, really good. It's at Troy's place at the moment, so hopefully he'll have some videos up with it. Yeah. It's you could get the BE Deluxe module for it, and you've basically got a Friedman with some extra power amp controls and a really good IR out on it as well. What's your favorite Alan Holdsworth preset? They're in the Axe Effects. They've got the UD stomp delays and verbs kind of programmed in there. So let me add some of those just so you can hear them. Might sound like crap with the audio stream at the moment, but yeah, if you go to the, what's it called? The multi-tap delay. Yes, there's a bunch of types called AH, clean long, clean short. So, I like the swell ones. So you put swell long and swell short in parallel blocks. There we go. What do we got? We got long, we got short. Cool. You do the thing, you do the other thing. So yeah, you get these like really gorgeous, and hopefully this comes through. I'll mute my mic. And if that sounded absolutely terrible, I apologize again. But yeah, it's pretty rad. Being a huge early 90s Van Halen kick and the Eventide micro pitch is so damn good for that tone. Yeah, man. It's I made some factory presets for that and was a tester of that pedal. So specifically used for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge as a reference point for a lot of those tones. So Yeah, there you go. There's literally two. I don't know if there's a factory preset in there, but there's blocks which are just like Holdsworth swells. Boom. I've had a Tyler Boost search saved on eBay for a decade with no luck. Either they never get separated from the guitars or they get snatched up instantly. Eric, look up the Demeter mid boost because you can order it with the Tyler option and it's like $100 US. So yeah, that's where you can get it. Because they're just using the Demeter Demeter make the mid boost for them, as I understand it. So yeah, that's how you can do it. If you don't believe me, so you need to go to if you search, it's the MB2 mid boost, and when you go to order it, there's a little thing which says, look, I'm going to drag this in just because I want to make sure we get this. We'll drag it in. So yeah, and no affiliation or anything, but it's just cool that you can do this. So yeah, there's a mid boost, but you have to go over here and go type Tyler type. There you go. So you do that, and yeah, your 10-year quest for the Tyler preamp shall be over. I think I have a Demeter fat boost in a drawer somewhere. There you go. That's pretty cool. Favorite FAS stock preset beside yours? There's a bunch of presets that I made in there, actually. There's my main live one and then some other fun ones, but I will omit myself from the conversation. Depends what we got. I think the coolest one is, there's one called Mystic Arps. That kind of thing, which is cool. The Blade Runner preset is amazing. I think this if I'm going for like a, look at all the cool things the axe can do, the Arpeggiator Madness one. That's pretty cool, being able to have those sounds on tap. The Poltergeist Pig is pretty fun. For more of just a straight up, like just a pure tone, I do want to find it. The Aaron Marshall factory preset's actually really, really good as well. I dig that one. There's a bunch of my blocks in there, which is pretty cool as well. I opened that one up and I was like, I recognize some of these settings. So what a small world we live in, hey? Circular delay preset's really good as well, just because, I do like my old circular delays, lexicon style things. Reverb. Look, I made this preset, but yeah, it's definitely might be the coolest thing you can do in there, which is attaching the pitch follower to gain and delay. So you get more gain and more delay the higher you play. Do you know the King's X riff Out of the Silent Planet by any chance? Yes, but let me make sure I am playing it right. It's like a Lydian thing. Where's my guitar gone? Yeah, there we go. So we've got, it's in drop D. Cool. I can do drop. Where are we? I need to be in drop D. Give me 1 second. Floating bridge adjustments. These are always fun. Everything's got to go down, so that wants to come up. I've actually been playing this guitar in drop D heaps, mostly because I've been playing old King's X songs and ragdoll songs with it. There we go. That wasn't too painful, was it? Okay, so that's it. Yeah, so and then there's the big I love that. Ty does a lot of that stuff where you take a very, very, common chord progression, just kind of move it around. I thought it was going to be a Primus riff. Is the JTG worth the price where they can switch the hum to single coil? In position 4, it auto taps the humbucker. So you've got humbucker, then you've got tapped and parallel with the middle. It'll be easy enough to install a toggle switch on it to do that. Nice t-shirt, yeah. Got it from someone who makes some pretty cool stuff. There's also a pretty cool amp back there, but I'll tell people more about that soon. Is there any latency when using just a headphone? It's a digital device, so of course there is inevitable latency. I think it's around 2 to 3 milliseconds, which I almost guarantee you can't detect. If it wasn't your mic, we wouldn't hear string noises. Are you sure that you're hearing audio properly? Yeah, because if I mute my mic, I hear my guitar. So I hear my guitar perfectly. It sounds really good. But the interface is then sending audio to StreamYard, which is sending it to you guys. So I think the issue lies there. So Dream Theater and King's X, dude, that would have been sick. If you've cleared the factory banks to make room, I'll show you how to do it very, very quickly. Let's do this. Okay, so you go to Tools, Manage Presets, and what you can do is over here, you can drag the All Banks file, which is somewhere on my downloads. Yeah, so you go, man, where on earth did I download this to? Give me 1 second. So I've definitely got the factory presets here. Okay, so you get the All Banks file and you just drag it and drop it over here. And if this doesn't show up, there's a little tab. So browser, you hit that. Then you can drag and drop the All Banks profile, and then you can drag and drop them one by one. So that's how you do that. That's kind of handy to know, right? How about Morpheus? Alan's on it. Yeah. Chase, I'm sure if you were in North America, maybe you could ship it to the SV20. Maybe Shay could do it or someone like that. Monomyth would be a good choice. Jason and Shay do a bunch of work together, so that would be pretty cool. So the JTG is stuck. Yeah, man, it's really, really good. Really, really good. Really, really good. I can't stress that. Maybe because it just gives me the Thai table vibe. So I'm like, there we go. Without my guitar, someone wanted to know how to play Out of the Silent Planet. So you're in drop D and you've got these. So he's using these. A lot of that. Such a tune. Such a tune. I love that the song Out of the Silent Planet is not on the album Out of the Silent Planet. So I just enjoy that kind of mucking around. I'll show you guys something. The audio is crap. Maybe I'll show it to you next time. But yeah, I've got some very cool stuff which has come in, some very cool guitars which I'm going to show off on the channel. Hopefully over the next couple of weeks. It should be fun. The name, so nice they use it twice. Exactly. Yeah, dude, exactly. And they have lots of the Queensryche thing, all that kind of stuff. Alrighty. I think I'm going to bounce, everybody. I apologize about the audio on the guitar, which kind of sucks because it sounds great in my cans. I just wish I could kind of share that with everybody else. But I will be back on at some point over the week. So, yeah, what's the time? Probably at a similar time, like, late morning my time. Ryan, my gosh. You're collecting what next? Did you also see Dream Theater and Fate's Warning? That would just be that would be collecting all the Dragon Balls with this kind of stuff. Alrighty. Take it easy, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.